Hey riders, once again, I'm back. Team GRC Sunday Short Race. Let's hit it. Just reading through some comments here, folks. So today, what are we doing? We're doing Bad Homburg. I'm trying to see if I can set this up so that I can see when I go live on my machine as well. You should get an email every time I go live. I think it takes a bit sometimes. Okay, and let me get back here. Okay, so what's going on today, folks? Yeah, there it is. I want this. Here's my YouTube notification. So if you have your little bell thing turned on, that's why they always say that. I can actually watch that here, and I can probably keep a better track of the comments coming in. That's what I think I'm going to do, and watch the race at the same time. If I'm in my YouTube studio to read the chat, I'm not actually watching the race. I can just see a little box of it. Probably something I can fix up. There we go. Now I can see. I'm assuming the chat shows up below. We're going to get this all figured out. So, riders, I've been up for a long time. I had a terrible sleep. I finished dead last on Mount Lemmon. I've had a spectacular day. The good thing is, I feel good now. I'm back in the zone. I'm in the command console area in the 10x10 actual cube of suffering and agony. I went through it today. I absolutely went through it. Let's take a look here. What do we got going in, folks? Let's load the mappy. Remember, you can't load the map right now if you're in the start chute. Bad Homburg Grand Prix. It's going to be 19 kilometers, 204 meters of climbing. We've got 12 laps on tap for you here. This is going to be a fast one. You can see all the splits on the bottom. There's probably like 2 splits per lap is my guess here. I don't really feel like counting them all out for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to do that. 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to do that. Anyways, let's see if there's anyone here that did the Mount Lemmon climb this morning. I'm going to say, I think Pavel said he was going to be here. Darth Puncher's here. Per Ronsgaard. Level 5 rider here. Spata 007. Check. Representing Keith Oldgit in the mix. Here's Kraken right now. So Kraken has already done Mount Lemmon today. We've got 4.5 minutes to go here, folks. That's it. That's all we got. The chat is open. Yeah, I think this is how I'm going to do it now. Live chat. Okay. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Guys, I've already streamed for probably 3.5 hours today. So, you know what I'm saying. Meant to get up at about 1. I think I was in bed around, I don't know. I was watching World War Z last night. Been on a bit of a zombie kick. Playing some zombie games. You've probably seen me playing zombie games sometimes in the Discord. With my friend Mitch. Hey, Mitch. I've known Mitch 10 years now on Xbox. I know everything about his life. I've never met him in real life. I'd like to someday. Any day now. So he says it's worth a watch because we're playing a video game called World War Z. And 3.5 minutes to go. I like doing that. So I put it on, and then I just kind of started waking up every hour. Okay, it's 11. Okay, we go back to bed. It's 12. Okay, go back to bed. It's 1. Okay, give me another few minutes. I was going to get up, make a big pot of coffee, kind of go through my normal routine, so I felt like, hey, it's the next day. I was going to have oatmeal. Well, next thing you know, I woke up at 1:49. It gives me 26 minutes to get ready. I made an instant coffee. If you go and look at the videos from earlier, you'll see it was in this cup. I had about 2 sips out of it. I think I had 3. 2, and then I showed the cup to the camera, like I am right now. And I had 1 more sip. I had a piece of pumpkin bread or something beforehand, and terrible nutrition. And I think the thing that got me the most, so I actually just kind of laid in the spare bedroom here. I just kind of like laid down, turned the lights out, and just chilled out for a bit. Although I was watching TV, I was watching this incredible cycling channel. It's called Inside Cycling World, presented by Colin, the commentator. Just Awesome stuff. You got to jump in. You got to subscribe. You got to like. You got to comment. You got to support. It's getting big real fast. Soon they're all going to be coming in. They're all going to want to get on board. Yeah, I don't think we got anyone in the live chat. No, we got 4 viewers. Don't know who you are. Say hi if you want. So yeah, I had 26 minutes to kill before the start of Mount Lemmon, one of the hardest climbs to do. 40, just sub 41 kilometers, right around 1,800 meters of climbing, I believe. I think it's 1776. And yeah, you could just tell by the video. So what happened was at the halfway point, I was struggling. I struggled from the first pedal stroke. I was not awake. I had 2 sips of caffeine in my body when usually I have 3 cups of coffee within the first 20 minutes of waking up. Like I just guzzle it. I had 2 sips. And then it's like poor sleep the night before, getting up at 10 to 2 in the morning, just the dead of the night. So anyways, I took a break because basically I had to blow my nose so bad. I know I called it a bathroom break, a toilet break. I didn't go to the bathroom. And if I did, I would have told you. I would have told you that I was in there having some kind of meltdown. But no, I just had to blow my nose. And not just, just volumes coming out. So I jumped off the bike for that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take some time here, get my bearings straight. I made that joke in there, LA Beast. There you go. Hey, you know what I saw this morning? Strava. Guys, I'm really terrible on Strava. I just jumped back into it. I was replying to some comments. I'm going to get back on top of it. I'll get back on it. I saw that Cycling Maven just uploaded a ride to Strava. Yeah, that's what got me back into cycling was his videos. I watched them every day religiously. I didn't even care what he did. See how Kraken is going to start here. Not sure how many riders we have in. This is going to be fast, folks. We've done this before. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But Cycling Maven's back. So I sent him some messages right away like, dude, yes, you're back. I don't think these people know at that certain point, say in your road back to fitness or whatever, how much that stuff keeps you motivated and going. And for me, that was him. I loved everything he did. You know, if it was just him going for a ride on a cruiser bike, just his style of talking. And then I know he had kids and got real busy. He's got a pretty, I think, high demand, high stressful job. Got to make some real money. Because he's a pretty successful YouTuber. He still has over 50-something thousand subs. Sounds cool when I say that, right? Subscribers. Just people that love the guy. Darth Puncher right at the front. Bashak chasing him hard. Ghost Pink. We've got a little distance back to Tonda, who's now coming back. Bringing up BJM 151, Brian Miller. Brian nicely changed his name back so I wouldn't struggle with it. But yeah, BJM 151 in 4th place at the moment. Getting right back in the mix. Suck some wheels. Hang in there with the big boys. Because it's just going to be high-paced all the way. There are a couple of kicks. At the end of every lap, there's a bit of elevation gain. You can see it. We're coming up on it now. Going through these beautiful parks here. So we start climbing now. Just 1%. Probably going to max out at maybe 3. But it's just going to be a bit of a leg sapper. And it's going to be an attack point probably later in the race. Looking at this, looks like we got a big group here, folks. It looks like there's probably, I'm going to say about 22 people, maybe 23 people here. Per Ronsgaard just falling off the back a little bit in the front group. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, this is this group. Ooh, there is a gap here. There's a bit of a gap. But yeah, they're just flying. So they've just completed 1 lap now. Boom, they're going through it. If anyone breaks down, a mechanical, a mental, something disconnects, you'll see them parked on the side of the road. So that's what you're going to see every time. And when you do cross the lap, it does a quick little stutter. I think it's just the route resetting. So let's see how many people got on board. We noticed that the numbers are a little bit lower today. What are we at? October 5th, 6th, 7th? In my La La Land I live in. I don't know what day it is anymore. People are probably out squeezing in their very last rides of the year. Don Mateo, absolute late starter here. Yeah, Don came in late because right now he should be in like top 3 or 4 places. So Don Mateo, who I don't know, I know he's from Poland. I know he's a younger rider. Thanks, dude, for coming out and putting your weight into this event. We're going to bounce a quick Nomeric, Richard L. Bray. Watch Don Mateo just fly up through the field. So he's dead last right now. Actually, now he's passed one rider already. So that's probably the kind of ride he's going to do today. He's like, okay, well, I started late. I missed the start by 3 minutes. So I'm just going to hunt people down. And this can be a lot of fun. Richard Bray here. Spada 07. Shilly 13. Des Dyer's just crossing for the first time across the finish line, start-finish line. Wartal. Kia Bielen. Swedish rider. We don't see a lot of Swedes on here. Colby. UK rider. Eat More Cake up ahead. Just doing a little bit of a coastie down the hill here. After that climb. Vinny 26. Astra 26. Okay. We got Joshi 2846. German rider here chasing after Georgie 1616. Level 8 rider. Brendan Andre. Scottish Terrier back in the mix. Corusa. Yeah, this Czech rider. I've seen him before too. Here's Rocket. So... okay, hang on a second here. Rocket 72's there. Then we got Jills. Here he is, Kraken. Kraken has already rode Mount Lemon this morning. And I never saw him the whole time. I might have seen his name in the start. So basically, like I was telling people, so when I went to the bathroom for my toilet break, more like just one of those, I came back and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take my time and get reorged here. Change my jersey. And I wasn't planning it. I'm like, I got to get out of this jersey. I couldn't even get it off me. So Neil made the comment. He goes, yeah, Neil has the same jersey. He said, yeah, you're riding the super end, high-end jersey. You change it and all of a sudden you looked like 1,000,000% better. I was so hot. I even changed my shoes. So really cool to see Kraken here. Always supporting GRC. Thomas Linier. So a couple days ago, what race was that? Oh, Nidier race. Wattsbaum, October. Thomas Lynn went on a great attack. I thought he was gone. There was me and Tomas 76. I think he's a Czech rider as well. He took a dig. Then I did. I was actually, if you watch the video, you'll hear me. Come on, guys, let's go, let's go. I didn't have enough horsepower to bring him back. And then the Chad Ritchie went on this like 800 or 900 meter solo attack. Caught him. I don't know how close it was to the finish line because I was so far back in the race. And Chad got first, but Thomas did get second place. So great effort. Rocket 72, Grandad Rick's here, further up the road. Jeff 65 in the mix too, with David 1951. Look at this guy. Some people just ride everything. Per Ronsgaard, Mick Quad 1965. Yes, get it, dude. Mishka 60, and then we're catching up with BJM 151. Riding a little solo right now. Bit of a gap. He's trying to figure out how he's going to ride this today. Is he going to let these riders behind catch him? Ori Ali, ladies rider, hanging with the big boys at the front here. We got G. Seelan, T.G. Haril, new rider here to this event anyways. Vicuz, Anthony's here. 11th place, Anthony. Nice job, dude. So just tackle these climbs, So I'm guessing later in the race. It's probably already happening now. I know I'm not at the front. I know I'm missing stuff as we go, but we cover everyone here. That's what I think makes the channel worthwhile. Chris Shearer, Cycling Slapshot. Yeah, rode outside this morning. Now coffee and GRC on the porch. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Hope those trails have dried out and you're not riding through 12 inches of standing water with water moccasins floating around. Do you guys have snakes there? You must, right? You live in a pretty nice part of the world. So this is my third coffee now. I feel sharp. But yeah, so Neil made the call. I was actually watching my videos back this morning to see how bad I looked, like I was dying. I looked gray. But after I took the break and got back on the bike, changed that jersey, it was so critical to me. I'm not saying my numbers went from 2 watts a kilo to 4. They actually got worse, but I felt okay. I didn't feel like I was just going to keel over and die. Like my body, not used to doing that in the morning. And remember, it wasn't like I had to wake up early. So you know when you wake up for work and you're like, oh man, I've only got 25 minutes to get ready. You've got 25 minutes to get ready to do a 3-hour bike ride. Because that's essentially what it took me. The first time I ever did it took me 2 hours and 55 minutes. The second time it took me 3 hours and 21. I'm going to say it's probably almost close to the same time. Because when I took my breaks on this one, I had something to do. I was showing people what I was doing. I was kind of messing around. So maybe I could have shaved off 10 or 15 minutes. And I don't really care. And I don't really care that I finished it last either. I did that ride at 2 a.m. in the morning, which was tough. I think that'd be tough for anyone. Okay, so we're still moving up Anthony. We've been hanging on Anthony for a little bit here. I think we stick with him for a whole lap. Orielle, yeah, she is right in the mix. Great stuff. She's staying in the draft. She's riding really strong too. Tonda 103, Vicuz, G. Seelan, Jetro back. Okay, so Jetro is leading this group out. Got a little bit of a gap. I would just ease off and get back in and get some draft with those other ones. Biker AP in 8th place. Dave 12. We've seen this rider. 7th, Andy up. Pushing hard. Andy's a sprinter, I guess, today. I think Andy is a climber, actually. Gianluca Peruta, isn't it? I think that's what it is. Peruta, I believe. Italian rider here. 5th place. Bashak in 4th. Ghost Pink in 3rd. Strong Belgian rider here. Darth Puncher from the San Francisco area in 2nd. And Keith Oldgit right at the front. So we've got a group of 6 that are going to be battling it out. There might be some attrition before we get there, but let's see what happens. So I'm just going to mess with my system here. Top chat, live chat. So I can see my live chat here. Like I can see Chris's comments, but I don't see it on my YouTube channel over here. So I kind of have YouTube Studio open. That's how I communicate with you. And I can just keep an eye on the race. Actually, I can see it pretty good. I can't control it though. So I pop out. I come back to the main app. Now I've got full screen here. So I'm hoping I can watch it here and see comments, but maybe there's too much lag here and they're not going to pop up. Maybe I don't have something set up right. So I'm on the secondary laptop here. We are on, let's see how, I'm just going to keep an eye on it here. Keith will get pushing hard at the front. Waving, representing with the Spanish flag here. And it looks like we are going to lap someone. I think this rider here just got lapped. Actually, you know what I want to do too? Let's go back to this bubble here and see how Don Matteo is doing. Remember, he started 46th. So I think 47th. Looks like Mandrak started really late as well. Oh yeah, of course he did. He's way back here. So they've already done, looks like 4 or 5 laps. And Mandrak jumped in, so people are going to be blowing past him. So Don Matteo was 46. Where is he now? He'll be just flying through the field. Where is Don Matteo? He can't be that high, can he? There he is. Oh my. Don Matteo is now in 29th place, folks. Just riding a solid 3.5 to 4 watts a kilo all the way. This guy's an actual hitter. So I see him every week. Muckers races. He's getting better every week, getting stronger. So I'm assuming a lot of people that would have been here today in the live aren't, because they've all just shattered themselves doing Mount Lemmon. Even if you're strong doing Mount Lemmon, it's a huge investment of time. And it just grinds and grinds and grinds. And all I can say is sitting in the chat with people talking to me, keeping my mind not looking at the map, really helped me today. So thank you to everyone that kind of took my mind off the ride. Like at one point with my breaks, so when I took my first break, I was 4 kilometers behind Kyle and Neil. That's how quickly they moved away from me. So 29th, yeah. Don Matteo, look at this. Look how many people he's going to catch here. This is insane. Ride of the day. I am Lucas Parked. This could be ride of the day right here, folks. 28th place. I don't know why I didn't change there. I thought that rider probably started late too. So when he gets up to Jill's here, watch, it should change now. 28th place. Thank you. He's passing Kraken, passing Core US Carusa, I'm going to call him. Now he's got another gap to catch 2 more riders, like just 25 meters. Who is this coming up? Biker AP coming around. I'm not sure if that's Biker AP lapping him. Possible. So there's going to be riders at different points on the course here. Let's move up. Let's get to the front and see what's going on. Biker AP is actually in 7th place, chasing after Andy, who's a little further ahead. So looks like Keith is pushing hard at the front. We've only really got 4 riders left now. So we had 6 before, down to 4 now. And I bet you it's happening on those little kicks. So let's just keep an eye on the power here. You're going to see on the bottom of the screen, the profile, you can see this kind of gray blue. It's got like a bluish gray look to me. Watch the power numbers maybe go up here every time we go up these climbs. I'm just trying to show you to you because the very last one is going to be super critical, or maybe the one before. If you can get away over the top. Ghost Pink at the front. Keith Olgett pushing like 6 watts per kilo up this little bit of a climb. Every time you do this, it's going to hurt. And after a while, your body just says, yeah, kind of done. Just looking at my side. Live chat. Yeah, so strange. I can't see any of the live chat here. In this. Oh, I can. It's at the bottom. Okay, that was just me, amateur. So now I can see him. Yeah, so Chris was saying he's coffee and GRC on the porch. How was your ride, Chris? Did you get some quality training in? So this is the hard part here. We've got a group of 4 just cutting through the field. Hot knife through butter, folks. Keith Olgett, Ghost Pink. Wow, I thought this rider was out before. They were falling off the back. Looks like they've came back. So we only had 4 before. So I think, yeah, Juan Luca has came back. Andy Up is coming back too. Andy Up, Bashak. Yep, so it did split. It's all coming back together. Those, although Keith is pushing hard, he's like unrelenting right now at the front. And so it's gonna be a bit of a struggle here. He's waving through other riders. So the only one that's still with him actually is Ghost Pink right here. These 2 are leading the race right now. These other riders you're seeing are ones they're catching up with, ones that started late. So coming up now, we've got Des Dyer just ahead of them. They'll catch a bit of a draft going by. Stu just popped in. He's not bothering with this race today. No problem, Stu. Garmin is annoyed with me. Garmin's telling Stu that he's overtraining and that they should mind their own business. I agree, Stu. I agree. You only get strong by riding. So we got a couple of riders broken down. Oh, Granddad Rick broken down on the course. Could have been him. I think he's playing with the squirrels over here in the park somewhere. Like, who's this coming up here? It's Juan Luca. Peruta. So we're back to the 4 riders at the front. Actually 5. Darth Puncher's there as well. So 6 are kind of in this mix of a group that are kind of like accordioning out all the time. I don't know if looking at the map will help right now. You could see them. I mean, look how quick they're going through the other bubbles. Like insane. These 2 here, like Darth Puncher passing whoever that rider is right there. We don't even need to look at their name. I'm just showing you how fast these guys are going. I think, yeah. So first place, Juan Luca is at the front. He's the green bubble here. Look at him catching this brown bubble. The speed difference is crazy. Awesome stuff. And then we got Keith here. Keith and Ghost Pink together. Trying to hunt down Juan Luca. He's got a big lead right now. He's got about a 35-meter gap over them. Can he hold it? He's now kind of cruising downhill a little bit. Maybe that's why that gap was coming back. As he sped downhill, they were just cresting the peak of the little kick. Then they get the advantage of going downhill. Really cool to see how fast they're just racing through other people. Okay, so here are 3 together. Bashak, Darth Puncher are 75, 80 meters back. Andy's backed off a little bit in 6th place. Andy finds himself with Per Ronsgaard, but because Per Ronsgaard is actually in 16th place. So Andy's probably caught up with him on the lap. I do want to go back, check this out, folks. 20th place now. 20th place now. Rest, recover on this downhill. So after you start the lap, you get a bit of a downhill. Actually, you get quite a bit of downhill before you start kicking up again. Can he catch Thomas Lynn? This might be a harder catch here. Thomas is going to be working hard. Everyone like in this 20th position up will be pushing 3 to 4 watts per kilo all the way. Let's take a look at Anthony here. Anthony just, 15th place at the moment. Awesome stuff. And actually, let's take a look at Aurélie. She's doing so good here. Smaller rider. Probably using the draft to her advantage as much as she can, as anyone should. Bigger riders do it too. So they've got a 150 meter gap up to Tonda, but Tonda's really moving 4.5 watts per kilo. You know, as we move up through the group, Jetro 4.5, 5 watts per kilo, Tonda 5. They are going up the climb now, so they're going to start putting more power down. Biker AP, okay, still there. And we've got people, we're moving through the field. Joshi is actually further behind them. So looks like Andy Up is now, Biker AP is caught back up with Andy Up. Biker AP needs to save some gold coins and get a slightly faster bike. I would definitely suggest that. I don't have the fastest bike anymore, or fastest, I guess it depends on the course. I'm riding the Giant Propel. I need to buy a new bike probably today. So Biker AP coming back up to Pashak now and Darth Puncher. So now we've got a 3-way sprint here. I think these 3 will probably be together all the way, or is Biker AP going to ride right through them? Pashak is reacting to this, getting on his wheel right now. Let's go to Pashak. So Bashak sitting about 7 meters back, enjoying the draft now. Let's see how much Biker wants to push here with Bashak on his wheel. Oh, that coffee is just invigorating, folks. Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, I jumped off the bike, finished, pretty wiped out, little chill session. No sleeping though. We're doing this. Biker AP dropping 9 watts per kilo here. Starting the climb. So you can see on the bottom of the profile that we are now starting the climb again. So he's going to try to like just hurt them a little bit and try to get away. At the front, it's Keith out by himself. Keith's pushing 6 watts a kilo. And now Juan Lucas in second. Trying to get back on Keith's wheel. He can see him right ahead. We only have 2 laps left, folks. 2 laps. Ghost Pink is not that far behind either. So, potential these 3 could come back together. I'm going to go back here. I want to go back to 20th place. Don Matteo in 20th place. Fighting his way up through the crowds. Here's Thomas Lynn. So he did catch Thomas Lynn. Don Matteo is now in 17th place with Per Ronsgaard directly ahead of him. So 16th place. Started in 46th. Probably started 3 minutes late. So, well, maybe not 3. I think I looked at the timer and it was like 3:21, 3:16, something like that. But he was already moving. But he was dead last. So this is just I'm going to hunt people down thing. Now, I don't think there's any chance he can catch Anthony. There's an 800 meter gap and we have 4.4 kilometers to go. Let's just see what happens, folks. I wonder if Anthony's looking in his rearview mirror now going, Anthony riding with Scottish Terrier. It's really good, these crit races, because some of these riders that are actually behind you can give you a lot of assist. I know I would. If I was in a race and there were some fast riders coming behind me, I would dig extra deep to give them a pull. Depending who it is, of course. I'd probably help everyone. We're going to bounce back up. Andy up in 11th place. We got Tonda, Dave 12, G. Seelan. Yeah, this is crazy here. Yeah, it's hard to see. So Dom Matteo is in this group now, but he's not racing against these riders here. But these riders are going to help pull him further forward. Because now he's getting into the riders that are in his league, if you get my drift. See G. Seelan here, pushing 4.3 watts per kilo. This is more of Dom Matteo's territory. He just missed the start time. So let's get back into it. Keith Oldgit still pushing at the front. 5 watts per kilo. Keith is quite the lightweight. He's not quite the lightweight. He looks like he's about a low 60s kilogram rider. Juan Luca, though, is 115 meters back now. Ghost Pink, 200 meters back. We're getting so close to the finish, folks. Sorry, my screens are hiding each other. We're 1.12 kilometers to the finish. Looks like Keith might be on a runaway here. On a runaway. See, this is perfect here. Looks like Keith is catching up with Gilles. He can get a bit of a draft and just move around him. So these other riders can really help you keep your speed up through the field. I mean, we're over 50k an hour right now. Keith is on the final descent. One last kick, and Keith will be on the podium today. Second place, Juan Luca, looks like should hold second place. Let's just move this. Actually, I'm going to close that laptop down. I will catch Keith's finish. And then right now I'm going to look at the sprint possibilities. It looks like Darth and Bashak will be going into a sprint finish. I think first 4 positions are going to finish solo. There's no one that can really touch them there. Then we're going to have a little bit of a battle between Bashak and Darth. Looks like there's going to be some action between Jetro, G. Seelan, Tonda. Let's just bounce back to Keith, check out the scenery where he's at. So yeah, he's coming up to the finish right now, folks. He's going to hang this quick right, and then you're going to see the finishing barriers. So Keith easily takes it. He's got a 200-meter gap. He's just coming up on BGM 151 here. That's really good. And Jeff 65. But this will be the finish here. Keith pushing hard all the way to the finish for first place. Great job, Keith. Juan Luca coming up next, taking the exact same right-hand corner. Finishing strong too. Just keeping Ghost Pink here at bay. I think Ghost Pink has been chasing him down. Juan Luca pushing really nice at the finish. Same with Ghost Pink. So first, second, and third right there. Biker AP coming hard too. That's probably been motivating Ghost Pink a little bit. Biker AP finishing 10, 11 watts per kilo. Ooh, I missed that. Okay, we're okay. Coming to the finish. Darth's just going to finish ahead of Bashak. I missed most of that sprint just because they were so close. Tonda next. Ooh, I don't like when this happens to me. I just missed 3 finishers there. So we're going to hang out with Andy here. Dave 12's up ahead. Andy... okay, so Andy's finishing solo, actually. He's mixed in here with a bunch of riders that are either he's lapped them already or he's just catching up with them. So Andy will finish easily in 11th place solo. 12th place will be TJ Harrell. Looks like he's putting the hammer down right now. Looks like a good, solid 85 kilogram rider. More of a powerhouse rider. We've got some breakdowns here. But check this out. Look at Aurelie. Oh, she's doing great. Lightweight climber. Ladies, don't be afraid to race on Rouvy. Do not be afraid to race. You can race on Rouvy. I guarantee you I would not be here. I guarantee you I would not be here. So, really cool stuff here. TJ Harrell. Okay, finishing up. Aurelie's just coming around the corner with Rocket. Okay, so I'm looking at this here. Aurelie's by herself. Rocket is further back. So I think Aurelie might be just catching Rocket here now. Vicuz. Yeah, so we know they're going to finish in 14th. Anthony here. Let's hang out with Anthony for a little bit. When someone buys you a delicious burger at the Calgary International Airport, he deserves to be in the spotlight for a little bit. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony will be coming here in 15th. Dom Matteo, though, like he had a juggernaut ride from 46th up to 16th place. And a lot of that's probably got to do with, one, he's a super strong rider. Two, he's a super young dude. And three, you've got all those dangling carrots ahead of you. People that are actually a lap down, but you're still seeing them going, I got him, I got him. Some you've already passed, and you may pass them again. I don't think I missed any finishers there. Don Matteo coming in now, super strong. Great ride. Here's Thomas Lynn. Like I said, Thomas had a great race attack at the Nidier Watts Bomb on Saturday. Hopefully next week we get a few more people. I think we had, I don't know, maybe we had 15 people. It's around there somewhere. So not a lot, but guys, it's 9 kilometers. You can squeeze it into your weekend. 17th place. So yeah, Thomas went on the attack. But Chad Ritchie put in a devastating counterattack. And a long range one too, and pulled him back. But first, second, I will try to sprint in the next races. I'm like, I just got to get comfortable sprinting on this machine. It's always freaked me out. 18th place will be McQuad, coming in right behind Thomas Lynn. Oh, Pairs Ronskar is right there too. Okay, so they finished together. Mishka's coming in next in 20th. We've got Rocket 72, who's got about a 90-meter gap over Carusa and Lord Kino. Wow, here's a name we haven't seen today. Lord Kino and Carusa. We're going to hang out with them. So Rocket, we know, has got his place. So Rocket's well ahead of them. Will finish comfortably in 21st place. But Carusa and Lord Kino, it's going off, folks. It's going off. Caruso's trying to get away now on this final kick before the last bend. Looks like he's established a break. Lord Kino reacting with over 6 watts per kilo right now. 16-meter gap. Can he bring him back? Can he use the draft of the other bikes to pull him back? 12 meters, 11 meters, 10 meters, 9. We're down to 7 meters. He might just catch him right on the line. And he did it, folks. Lord Kino probably passed him within 50 centimeters of the finish. And I think it had a lot to do with the draft. There was probably a minimum of 2, possibly 3 lapped riders that are a bit further down, that as he's moving through them, he's getting a draft every time. So really cool, the pack dynamics. BJM coming in here. Brian Miller, BJM 151. Great to see you out here. I think it was Brian. I think Brian said in the Discord he wasn't feeling well today. Jeff 65 coming next in 25th place. Jills in 26. Great stuff. Awesome job, Jills. So Jills has been away on vacay in Mallorca, living the life, jet setting, international traveler. We got some great pictures. He was repping the GRC gear, which you can buy at the Oweo store. I've been tweaking the channel. You'll probably notice I went through yesterday afternoon and I changed the names of a bunch of videos. So all I did was 20th place is going to be Astra here, Astra 26. Yeah, Astra 26. So if it said Team GRC, like for today, Team GRC Sunday Short Race Grand Prix Bad Homburg, how many people are going to search for that? A couple hundred, right? The people that are directly related to GRC and that know us. But if I put Ultimate Sprint Cycling Showdown in Germany, it's probably more likely to search. So I was just like taking the old title out, putting it into the description so you guys knew what video you were finding. And then the top one's just the generic, I don't want to call it clickbait, but it's get more attention to the videos. And so things like that have been working for the channel. Kraken 71 up ahead. Okay, so Kraken is a lap down at this point. Don't forget, Kraken's already rode 41 kilometers this morning, climbed 1,800 meters. So awesome job for Kraken coming out and representing. Ooh, look at this. Nifty Nelly coming over the shoulder of Georgie. Nifty Nelly, this is the first time I've seen them in the race. These two are battling right now for 31 and 32nd place. Okay, Vinny is a little bit further back. Gives me a time to breathe here. It's coffee sip time. What kind of tangent was I on today? Yeah, we had a lot of tangents in the latest videos. You know what? I like those videos I did this morning. They just kind of show how hard it can be. How sideways things go if you don't feel right, if you don't have nutrition. Makes me want to like go to my local bike shop and buy one of each gel and tell you which ones are actually usable, because you cannot eat things when you're climbing those hills, especially what I was trying to eat. Like those bars I had, they're like for children. They're Quaker dips. They used to be about this long when I was a kid. Now they're about this long. Like budget. What do they call that? There's a word for it in the grocery world, whatever, where everything's getting smaller and you're paying the same, if not more. Like the bags are coming a quarter filled now. It's like, we're stupid, right? The bars, they made them smaller, but they're so undigestible. I guess the banana and a half I had helped. The electrolyte drink I have, it's just terrible. I mean, I even looked at it later. I'm like, there's barely any stuff in it. Like, there's barely any sodium in it. There's a little bit of potassium. I want the sodium. That's what I want. I'm going to just start buying Tang and grabbing the salt shaker and putting some in. Then I'll just make it extra sweet. Third will be Wartall. Ooh, battle between these two that always ride together. Who's this green ride? Okay, Vinny 26. Oh, Vinny comes through both of them. Just says, he's like a freight train coming through. So it went from 36th up to 33rd. Nice job. Then we're going to have Wartall coming in next. Eat more cake, hot on his wheels, pushing hard, keeping him honest. 5-meter gap. We're going to run out of road here, folks. Wartall reacts. Nice job, you guys. Kraken here. Yeah, superstar effort today. Putting in a lot of time on the bike. So Kraken, I don't know if you saw in the Discord, I asked, where do you live? I know what country you live in, but where's your hometown? I love staring at maps. And talking about them later. Okay, Kraken's going to be in 36th place. Great job. 37th will be Cole B. And then we're going to bounce back a couple of kilometers to numeric. So it gives me a chance to talk about some stuff. So OAO. Wherever you live. Obviously I'm in Canada, so it's .ca. You can get GRC jerseys there, GRC shorts there. There's a cycling cap. I think there's like a... Is there a buff? I think there's a buff. I think so. So check all that stuff out there. Anthony's put a lot of work into that. It's there. There's 2 different levels of jerseys. So get your GRC gear there and you can ride it in real life outside, just like Jill's did in Mallorca. So we've got pictures. Actually, we've got a lot of pictures of people riding them in the real world. So numeric here, level 31 rider. Probably not on an ideal bike for this course. I think the Rouvy bike is a 2-weight, 2-aero. There's better selections and should easily have enough coins by now to do a little bit of an upgrade. 53 meters back, we got Kia Bielin. There's another rider on kind of the starter bike. And I always say this too, some of these riders, they know, they just forgot to change. So when you hear me kind of making fun of them, having a little bit of fun with them, they probably already know. They're probably like, oh, I'm on the Rouvy bike. It's kind of your starter bike. The whole point is you get this bike. Okay, that wasn't that one. Shilly 13's trying to get onto Kia Bielin's back wheel. And then, what do we got here? We got Des Dyer coming in. Des, I think, is coming to the last... Okay, Des has one more full lap to go. We've got a lot of breakdowns on the course, too. Let's have a little look at the map here. Here's Des. You can see these bubbles that are sitting still. These are people that broke down. So Spada07 is trying to chase after Des. See if we got any action in the chat. I think it's going to be very quiet today. Kyle saying, Andy up, hope you win. Andy did really good. For some reason, Kyle's saying I'm a legend. I appreciate it. And Kyle's saying, eat every 30 minutes, eat if the ride is over an hour and a half. Yeah, totally. Hey, Alex, good to see you. Alex is on a little family vacation, or visiting family, I should say, in Switzerland at the moment. Yeah, so Kyle, on that ride, I had 1.5 small bananas. They were like only this big, like budget bananas, if you ask me. Let's make them smaller. I guess they charge by the pound, so it's probably the same. So this will be Spada finishing. Oh no, he's got 1 full lap to go. Still 2, folks. Another lap to go. Let's see what's going up here. Look at these 2. Schilly and Kia Bielen. So Schilly did chase after Kia Bielen and got on his wheel. Schilly's resting now. Yes. Look at this devious racing here, folks. He's just hiding at the back. He put in a big effort to come back, and now he's going over his shoulder. He is dropping the hammer here, folks. Look at him get away. It took about just 4.5 watts per kilo. Gone. He's got the gap on a little bit of a downhill here. You can see we're at about, close to 2% false flatty down. And it's put a little bit of damage into Kia Bielen here. We're 35 meters back. Kia Bielen might have been right on the rivet there, redlining, maxed out, because now it looks like Kia Bielen, if we go back, well, they were just coasting downhill. Once that attack came, it probably took the wind out of their sails. So Schilly made a really cool move there at the right time. Let's see if Kia Bielen can come back. There is a 67 meter gap. Well, yeah, we're down to under 400 meters. So I think we got 38th place will be Schilly 13. Brand new rider in the GRC events. In fact, Kia Bielen, thanks for coming out too, dude, because this is a Swedish friend here. Brand new name to me. So they will finish 38th and 39th. Des Dyer will be 40th. Jumping back in the chat. Yeah, so did I eat every 30 minutes? I probably tried to, but not enough. Like 1.5 bananas. You saw me try to digest that one crappy little bar. I think I got one left in here. Yeah, I got one left in here. Hang on a second. So one of these crappy bars, and this is not even cycling food. Not even cycling food. One of these crappy bars is, what does it say? Oh, that's fat. Okay. Where's the calories? Oh, they make it so you can't even read these things. 140 calories. 140 calories. Like, I looked on it, and I think Strava estimated I burnt 1,900 calories. So, as one of my favorite YouTubers who gambles a lot at casinos, he always says, you do the math. Because he can never figure out the amount of money he's won. If it says you won 10,000 credits and it's 2 cents, he's just looking at it going, huh? He has no idea. You do the math. That's his line. I love it. So 1.5 bananas. What's in a banana? Like 100 calories? And a bar, and maybe a bit. So maybe 200 calories there. I never got a chance to preload with any food. I didn't have a chance to eat any oatmeal. But who cares? We're beyond that now. We're on to something new, folks. So yeah, I'll get better geared up for next time. Gives me a good reason to make some new videos too. Because Joey said, here's all the videos you need to make. Spada in 41st, Numeric, and we're still waiting on Mandrak to finish. I got time today, folks. I'm going to hang out. Yeah, thanks, Kyle. You did really well. Get up and ride at 2 a.m. in the morning. I hope you get a power nap. Oh, yeah, totally. I already told Joey Jojo that I said after I do this video, I was supposed to feed the animals already. I didn't. I'll be going after this. So I got 3 goats to feed. And they live with Wilbur. He's the big male pig. He's actually really hilarious, that pig. So they all kind of eat a bit of grass. And then I whip a bunch of pig food in there. I have to spread it all around because the goats are they're rammy. So I got to spread it enough so they leave each other alone. Then I always feed. I have 2 outside boys. They're kind of sled dogs. Remember how I told you sometimes dogs don't want to run or there's something about them? Well, I had a young dog. He went blind immediately. He became a dog I've kept forever. And then I have another dog. Mandrak here. We got one more lap for Mandrak. We're sticking to the end, folks. Good job, Mandrak. And look at this. Mandrak's riding really good here, too. So Mandrak looks to be right around my size. I saw about 270 watts there, 3 watts a kilo. He's a 90 kilogram rider. Yeah, and so Igor, he's the blind dog. He's spent his whole life living with Pedro. When Pedro was young, like his front leg here was like this, like a wet noodle. Took him to the vets. Well, this dog must have broken his leg when he was a puppy. I'm like, okay, what do we do? What do we do, doc? Well, we could give him orthopedic surgery. What's that going to cost me? $5,000. No thanks. Okay, what's my next option? We could cut his leg off. Okay, what's that going to cost? $1,500. No thanks. Third, what's my third option? We can just put him to sleep. We can kill your dog for you. Whatever. Cheap, but no. Here we are, 8 years later, everything, and this happened a long time ago too, like after a few months, it just all came back together. Like, I don't know, but I'm not going to put a dog down for that reason. Like, I'm just not. He races around like a total idiot when he gets let out. They have the biggest dog run you've ever seen in your life. It's 2 dog runs built together. It's a dog run and a chicken barn that goes along the length of a barn that's probably a minimum of 100 feet long. So they get to go in there, race around. When he comes out, he just parties it up out in the fields, rolls in all the horse crap. Yeah, he's a total outside dog. They don't come in the house. In the old days, I used to bring them into my garage when it got really, really cold. So I'll figure something out again for them this year. Those 2 boys, like, that's all they know is that life. They get to see Hazel once in a while running around. But the problem is Igor's so blind, he'll just run headlong into something. And the problem with that too is that sometimes it's barbed wire. And you just watch him and it's like, oh, stop, buddy, stop. He'll just run to the side of a car. But you know what? Pedro, it's like something straight out of Facebook. We got Mandrak finishing here right away, coming up the final climb. They went missing for a night and they were found together. So I see Igor, when he's running, he does a high step like this. So he tries not to hit things, and he has his head lifted really high so he can hear everything that Pedro's doing. And they stuck together all night in Coyote Alley. Glad he's still alive. So that's my little story today, folks. Man, you get to learn everything here, right? Yeah, so Kyle, I told Joey Jojo, I said, after I'm done feeding the dogs and the critters, that couch is mine right there. And please don't ask me to do anything today. I just want to chill, watch terrible horror movies. That's kind of my thing. Zombie movies. Yeah, I'll finish that up to there today. So yeah, folks, we've had a full day here in the commentary booth. I love it. It's fantastic. So that was Team GRC Sunday Short Race, Bad Homburg, 12 laps. I'm done today, folks. I'll talk more about tomorrow. I'll probably do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. Now that I did so terrible on Mount Lemmon, I'm thinking maybe I need to work on some endurance riding. We've been talking about... I got to finish this coffee. We were talking about Metric Century Saturday. And we may have to do... There's not a lot of Metric Centuries on here. It's either full triathlon, 185K, whatever it is, or 90, half triathlon. But we could easily do a 90K and then tag on something like take a look up here. You could tag on this gravel route, 10.43 kilometers, just tag it on to the end. There, we banged out 100K together. And if we want, we can kind of start building. To just build your general endurance, ride in a big pack, still call it a race, because there will be some racy people that want to do it. I'd rather have people there supporting the event and doing it their way than not having them show up at all. So let's just do that. Anyways, riders, I will be now jumping off and starting my real day. Okay, what is this? Oh, Kyle. Oh, Kyle, is it bad? I saw it on Netflix. Kyle saying a poor horror film is the platform too. Well, when you say that though, you mean I'm going to like it. Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet. I think that one's all subtitled, isn't it? So maybe I'll have to be more awake for that one. Okay, riders, I'm going to jump. Kyle, thanks for hanging out here. Hey, and Kyle, thanks for the support, dude. It means so much to me. I saw you. Kyle, it's not subtitled. So I've had 3 coffees. Kyle bought me 3 coffees today. Thank you very much, Kyle. I needed them during the ride, though. That's when I needed them the most. So let's get some more good stuff going this week. I haven't looked to even see what's coming up yet. I'll probably spend most of the day on the little laptop, playing around, looking at the channel, tweaking things, cross-posting, and I'll be checking out to see what's coming up for the Muckers on Tuesday, the Muckers on Thursday, maybe catch a GRC race if the schedule doesn't conflict, and just a bunch of other stuff. So anyways, riders, thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Have a great day.